Okay, welcome everyone. We're calling to order the Bellflower City Council meeting, April 11th, 2022, at 7 o'clock to order. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Coops?
Here.
Councilmember Sanchez?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Santinas?
Here.
Councilmember Hamada?
Here.
Mayor Dutton?
Here. Okay, we're going to have the invocation read by myself and pledges of allegiance by Lynn Gorecki, our Public Works Director. Can I have everybody rise, please? Oh, gracious God, please bless our actions here tonight and assist us in building a very strong and caring community. May you lend us your wisdom to find the solutions for the issues that come before us. We also thank you for the opportunity to help others and the opportunity to try to improve our way of life. We ask for your protections and blessings on our military men and women, and may they always return safely to their families. In your name, amen.
Amen.
Place your right hand over your heart, address the flag, and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The City of Bellflower offers an opportunity to recognize past and present military veterans by dedicating a street pole banner, which displays a name, a photo on both sides of the banner. The deadline to order banners for the May installation is May 1st, 22. For more information, please contact Mike Machado at 562-804-1424, extension 2258. Mayor Pro Tem Sonny Santinas.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. The city has recently partnered with the local rewards program named Local Light to create a Bellflower-centric app that allows customers to earn 2% back within the Local Light network. The Local Light app provides offers, rewards points, and creates video spotlights that showcase many independent shops around town. For more information on this program, please contact the Economic Development Department at 562-804-1424, extension 2010. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Victor Sanchez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, Bellflower. The City of Bellflower and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department have teamed up with Kaiser Permanente to host a National Take Back Initiative event on Saturday, April the 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Kaiser Permanente Medical Office located at 9400 East Rosecrans Avenue. The collection site entrance will be indicated on Clark Avenue. Local residents can turn in unused or expired medications anonymously for proper disposal by the Drug Enforcement Administration. For more information, visit the City e-Citizen available at bellflower.org. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Dan Coops.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Bellflower Chamber of Commerce invites businesses, service clubs, and the community to join their monthly morning mingle. The next one will take place Tuesday, April 26th, 2022, from 9 to 10 at the Chamber office, and that's located on the corner of Flower and Bellflower Boulevard. If you have any questions, you want information, call 562-867-1744. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Raymond Hamada.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, Bellflower. The Fair Housing Foundation is hosting its 38th annual Fair Housing Poster Contest, which is open to youth in 4th grade through 8th grade. The entries must include the theme Fair Housing, Transforming Communities. The posters need to be submitted via email to info@fhfca.org, and the deadline for poster submissions is this Saturday, April 16th. For more information, contact the Fair Housing Foundation at 1-800-446-3247 or email cprado, CPRADO, at fhfca.org. All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, we have no public hearings or ordinances for consideration. We do have 13A, which is a consideration item. Mr. Stewart?
We need to read the public comments section.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
ready?
Go ahead, public comments.
All right, public comments. This is a time set aside for the public to address the city council on matters not listed on the agenda. Anyone wishing to address the city council should come to the podium, be recognized by the mayor, and state your name for the record. If you wish to address the city council on an agenda item, you may do so by approaching the podium as we review that particular item. You'll be given 3 minutes to address the city council.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Anybody wishing to come before us and speak under public comments? Mr. John Butts.
Yes, Mr. Dutton.
When were you last here, John? 2 years ago, right?
I don't recognize this place.
Right, I understand.
Just a couple items, basically. Taco Nazos. That's a disaster down there for parking and driving by there. I took some photos of it last week on a Saturday. One lane of traffic going eastbound, and everybody trying to cross the line to pass them up. Because you got not just parking at the curb, parking in the whole front, slow lane, and sooner or later somebody's going to wrap it up. And nothing's being done about it. And even the code enforcement, your character, your wannabe cop driving that little car, drives on by, doesn't do nothing. Doesn't even stop, say anything. So what it amounts to is if somebody ever got hurt there, Bellflower could be in the suit too. City. They're doing nothing about it. That's insufficient parking for the type of business that's there. And I'm not sticking up for Dan Coops, whose business used to be there. But basically, it's a catastrophe. And for people out there supposedly directing traffic, none of them had any education on policing. But it just amazes me nobody's run into that. But then we got this illustrious wannabe cops that we employ over at the substation that aren't much better. They drive by things that look the other way. I even have a picture here that I'd be happy to show you on street sweeping day in front of my place. When the street sweeper went around the darn thing, the mattress is laying in the road, and right behind the street sweeper is the little car. Nobody stops, nobody says nothing. 2 days later, I call in and ask them, is somebody ever going to pick this up? So you got a bunch of people working for you that haven't been properly trained, let's say. But that's just one thing. The other thing is the homeless here. We're getting more homeless now than we've ever had. And it's new ones at that. I think Downey's shifting them here, transporting them. Probably Lakewood chasing them up here. But nothing's being done. I mean, you come down that boulevard, or you come down Alondra, right there at Woodruff, you see them sleeping on the corner for 2 days in a row. Nobody's bothered to chase them out. Sleeping on the sidewalk, right at the bus stop. You got to step over them. Nobody does nothing. I thought at one time we had a program for the homeless.
Hey, John, wrap it up. Time's up.
All right, well, 3 minutes, we're still playing that game.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let it go.
Thank you.
But something needs to be done about the homeless, and something needs to be done about this 3 minutes.
Thank you, John. Anybody else wishing to speak?
Not
Not
Mis-
seeing any?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
for the record, we did receive one public comment prior to the meeting from Mr. Ken Letourneau, and that was provided to the council and the public before the meeting.
Yes, we saw that. I saw that email. I'm sure my colleagues did too. Okay, got it. All right. Now we can do 13A, Mr. Stewart?
Yes, we can. This is a consideration item. It's consideration possible action to ratify the mayor's appointment of one city council advisory member to Bellflower Sister City, Inc. for 2022. And I believe the city clerk has 2 or 3 words to say about that.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This was a request by Sister City, Inc., which is now a nonprofit organization, for the mayor to appoint 2 members of the City Council to serve as, I'm losing the word, to serve on the board of the Sister City, Inc. Thank you.
As advisory members.
Thank you,
That's what you're
advisory
looking for.
members. Thank you so much.
Or,
Yeah.
or non-voting members.
Yeah, non-voting members. And so I'd called all my colleagues and asked who wanted to be, and it appears that Mr. Sanchez volunteered to be on the Sister City Committee, and I can't let him do that alone, so I am going to volunteer myself to be at his side to fill the requirement of the 2 advisory committees. And does that have to come back now for next time, or we can do it all slam dunk it? Okay.
You can make the appointment tonight.
And I'll go ahead and make that in a motion that Victor and myself serve on as advisory members of the Sister City Committee for Bellflower.
I'll support the motion.
All right.
And without objection, that'll be the order. Will that work for you? Okay. Item 14, the consent calendar. Does anybody have any items to pull or recuse?
Mr. Mayor, on 14E, I have property located within 300 feet of this project, so I need to recuse myself.
On item E only?
E only.
Does anybody else have any recusals or items for discussion? Not entertain them.
Mayor, I just want to make a point that item 14C was corrected. So
Okay. Would somebody want to
I'll
be?
make a motion to
okay.
approve the consent calendar.
Second.
And that'll be a motion and by Mayor Pro Tem Sunny Santanez and a second by Councilmember Coops with the abstention of Coops on item E. Call roll.
Councilmember Coops,
Aye.
Councilmember Sanchez,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Santinez.
Aye.
Councilmember Hamada.
Aye.
Mayor Dutton.
Aye. All right, council member reports. Mr. Coops?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to ask that we dedicate this meeting in memory of Mary Lou Harris Lyons. She's a friend of mine who, although she lived in Lakewood, her family and corporation had many interests here in Bellflower, property interest. And she passed away just recently, December 14th, 2021, at the age of 91. A little bio on Mary Lou is that she was actually born in Fort Worth, Texas, and formed her amazing character as a noble Christian character while being trained there. After graduating from high school, she moved to the Bay Area and worked as a model for various department stores. After 6 months, she couldn't wait to get back to her hometown and began working with aircraft conversion. Not long after that, she met the love of her life, Charles John Lyons Jr., on a blind date in September of 1948. While raising a family and dedicating herself to her volunteer commitment, she found time to study and receive her real estate license, which greatly helped the family business. At 90 years old, Mary Lou was still working and driving herself to the office every day. Mary Lou was a devoted daughter, wife, mother, nana, sister, aunt, cousin, and friend. She loved and cherished by her entire family and countless friends. She's survived by 3 children, Celeste Lyons Macer, Charles John Lyons III, and George Ove Lyons, 5 grandchildren, 4 great-grandchildren, a sister, a sister-in-law, and cousin. And so on behalf of our city council, our deepest sympathies and heartfelt condolences go to the entire Lyons family. That's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Coops. Councilmember Sanchez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No real comments other than I just want to highlight 2 things that we've just done through our consent calendar, item number F and number G. Item number F is the weight room roof repair. I'm just happy, and I want to highlight for the purposes of the audience that we're investing in our park equipment. And then in item G was the Palm Park Playground resurfacing, which is exciting to see that coming through too as well. And so I just want to highlight those items. And that's it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Santanaez.
Thank you, Mayor. The Greater Los Angeles County Vector Control District, of which Bellflower is a member of, will be celebrating its 70th year of service in our county. So I'd like to invite our residents, if you are available. The celebration will be held on Saturday, April 16th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The address is 12545 Florence Avenue in Santa Fe Springs. There'll be displays, there'll be exhibits, there'll be food and giveaway. So if you want to know more about how the county, how this district is controlling the mosquito in our area, please visit. Again, it's on Saturday, April 16. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Hamada.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a report on the SCAG matters. Again, from last week, I was on the Transportation Committee meeting, and I think of interest is the active transportation program, and there's money coming forward. So hopefully in the near future, there'll be a future call for projects, and for LA County, it's roughly $72 million. That will be, again, earmarked for this area. In regards to the regional council, the council again elected Jan Harnick from Palm Desert as its new president. So she'll be taking charge come next. The next meeting, the SCAG meeting, which is next month. And I think of other interest. Let's see, Senator Padilla is putting forth a Senate Bill 3649 in regards to the transportation. Thank you, John, for that. The Transportation Equity Act, and the plan is to reinstate the Transportation Equity Committee that had been dissolved by the former president. So that's been talked. SCAG had some discussion, and it was kind of back and forth. The committee first recommended that it would be put on a watch list. Some of the members decided to try to push let's support Senator Padilla from California and back him on this. But then it went back to let's watch it, because that's where the committee had mentioned they were at. So at the end of the day, and it took a few hours, it was a very close vote, but it was voted to watch the bill. So just by a few votes, so from a SCAG standpoint. So that's my report. And as I think maybe mentioned last council meeting, I've been re-upped to the regional council for another 2 years.
Congratulations.
Yes, right. Thank you. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Amata. All right. I had a pleasant visit from a daughter of a past mayor and past council member, Joe Cheveco, at my shop today to hand deliver a letter from Joe. I'm not going to read it because it's like 9 pages long and very small print. But it was kind of interesting reading. He used to come here a few times and I see a diatribe once or twice, and I'll leave it at that. But he is had fell and hurt himself, and he's on the mends, from what his daughter said, and he's going to be pulling out of that. His daughter's here with him in the process to get him packed up and moved to Arizona I don't know when that'll happen, but I just wanted to share that with anybody out there in TV land that knows Joseph Echo. But that's the update. But he's 95 years old, and when you take a fall and on the back of your head, it's lucky he's around. But we all know he's a little too tough to give up. And with that, I am going to adjourn the meeting in memory of Mary Lou Harris Lyons to the next regular council meeting of Bellflower City Council at 5:30 p.m. on Monday, April 25th, 2022. Adjourned.